Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video brought to you by SeniorCatWellness.com. In today's material, we'll dedicate our time to your cat's water bowl, and if they like it directly next to their food. While the placement of a water bowl could seem rather trivial, some cats have a real problem when their water is placed side by side with their food bowl. So much of a problem, in fact, they refuse to drink, knock over the water bowl, or even drop food into the water as to contaminate it as a sign of displeasure and a way to protect their food from potential threats. Before we explore all of the ins and outs of this subject, let's first take a look at today's topic overview. Your cat's water bowl should be placed 3 to 5 feet away from its food bowl. Many cats cannot stand the scent of food near their water. In the wild, mixing food and water often results in bacterial growth and illness. Cats may also want to drink and eat in different places so that they can hide from predators. Even the act of hunting down the different bowls in different places can feel more natural to a cat. If your cat is refusing to drink due to the water bowl being placed too close to the food source, there's a good chance that instincts are ruling the day. As noted in our introduction and our topic overview, it's all about physical protection, whether it's from disease or a potential predator. Before we hit the ground running, a quick shout out to the best viewers on the feline wing of the internet, and that would be you, our wonderful audience. You have made Senior Cat Wellness what it is today, and we couldn't be more grateful and appreciative. Whether this is your first video or you've been here for the entire journey, hello and welcome. If you enjoyed today's presentation and find it informative, please feel free to subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share the content. It is our mission to serve the feline community and do it with a kind heart and a smile. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to join us, and we do hope to see you again in future content. Now, why are some cats picky about water bowl placement in relation to their food bowl? Let's jump right in and find out. Everything your cat does is done for a reason, even the most wild and zany. Everything has a purpose. If your cat is simply refusing to drink because the water is just a bit too close to that yummy meal, a whole list of reasons could be responsible for your pet's behavior. Let's explore a few possibilities. Let's start with avoiding predators. You could be a party of one with your pet, just you and old Garfield, and your cat could still be fearful of predators catching the scent of your feline and invading their territory. Hardwired behaviors will most always win the day. If the food and the water are too close together, this can cause your pet a lot of grief. Here again, instincts are indeed a very powerful thing. Next up, avoiding sickness. We mentioned the illness factor in our topic overview, and this is indeed a reason why some cats will balk at the notion of food and water being placed close together. The fear of contamination. It's the grouping that is the issue. Cats often associate keeping everything in one spot as an invitation to illness, and cats that live in the wild cannot take that chance. Once again, you're likely dealing with a hardwired behavior if this is indeed the reason for your cat's refusal to drink from the water bowl. Next up, we have enjoying those hunting instincts. Water and food together is very simple. It feels easy. It is easy. Easy for you, that is. Some cats want to experience the hunt at all times, the grand search. Some cats are less inclined to drink and even eat for that matter if the ability to do so is just a bit too easy. While that really makes no sense at all to us. It's a figurative itch that your cat needs to scratch. The working to find the water part of the hunt. I mean, the idea that I'd have to physically hunt and search the room for a quarter pounder from McDonald's seems a bit strange. But that's how the feline brain works. Does the water taste better once it's discovered? Who knows? Next up, we have hiding places, similar to the notion of that close proximity leading to being found out by predators. Cats can also refuse to drink because the refreshment is found in those open spaces. The head down act of drinking can leave the core of the body open for attack, and this is something a cat fears. Being that vulnerable to attack, if your cat's water and food are not only close together but also in those open spaces, your cat could be refusing out of fear of becoming an easy target. Once again, we're talking instincts, and sometimes you simply have to go with the flow. If you are having trouble getting your cat to drink because the food and water are in close proximity, could you just decline the water altogether if a strict wet food diet is already in play? I mean, do cats even need water in that case? It would certainly eliminate the core issue at hand, right? Yeah. Not really. While it's true that cats get much of their water intake from wet meals, your pet will still need to drink water to maintain quality health regardless of a wet food only diet. Nothing can top fresh water, and your cat needs a balance of the liquid found in wet food and the purity of fresh water. Water should always be available to your pet. Let's say you've separated your cat's food and water a good 5 feet. Well, now you have a new issue. Your cat is dropping food into said water. Is this out of protest? What's going on? Is your cat attempting to make the dry food wet? Here again, more of those instincts at work. It's not uncommon for cats in the wild to take their prey to a sheltered area and hide it for safekeeping. If your cat doesn't have a storage area, per se, the water bowl, that could be the next best solution, a safety area. Once again, so much of your cat's decision is based on the fear of predators. That's a common theme for sure. And food and water consumption and the placement of said consumption is critical. Of course, when we're talking about a water bowl, dunking food in the water creates a brand new problem. The water has now been compromised. So now what? Our suggestion is to simply create more distance if possible. Your cat will be less likely to hide food in the water bowl if the bowl itself is not in sight. Of course, be very, very mindful of those nooks and crannies within your home. The very last thing you want is for your cat to start storing that dry food in your empty slippers or a closet. That's a no-no. So while separation is key, be mindful of some potential negatives. As a bit of a side note, it's important to acknowledge that some cats will become turned off by their water bowl, not for instinctual reasons, but due to the bowl itself and potentially some foul contents. If your cat is picky about the material of the bowl, the smell of the bowl, and the presence of stagnant water, then your pet will likely refuse to drink. While we've mentioned the importance of a good 3 to 5 feet separation, and sometimes more if you can accommodate, where should you place the water bowl? Finding the right spot is critical because without it, your cat could potentially still refuse. Here are some positive suggestions. The kitchen, the other side of the kitchen, opposite of the food bowl. Your bedroom, perhaps. Hey, if it works for you, then give it a go. Near the back door with the food bowl remaining in the kitchen. Or how about in your living room with the food bowl remaining in the kitchen? Consider spacing out the bowls over time. Don't make the big change all at once. Depending on your living space and the layout of your home, increase the separation by a few inches each week. Just a real subtlety. Additionally, if you're looking for a brand new start, kick things off with brand new bowls. Start fresh so your cat will be intrigued by the new bowl and those new beginnings. And on that note, that will wrap things up for the video side of life. However, if you'd like more information concerning the topic of water bowl placement, especially as it relates to proper distance from the food bowl, be sure to head on over to seniorcatwellness.com at the conclusion of today's presentation. There you will find an article, and guess what? With your name on it, specifically you, you'll find all the info we've talked about here today and so much more. If you'd like to check out our written content, you can do just that by clicking the initial link in the description box below. And once again, if you enjoyed what we brought to the table here today and would like to see and hear more, please like and share this video and subscribe to the seniorcatwellness.com official YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated. And until our paths cross again, and I certainly hope they do, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. Please have a wonderful day. All the best to you and yours, and we will talk to you later.